Hello, my beautiful, magical, amazing coffee beans. Good morning. Yes, coffee beans. I'm just still not waking up yet. By looking at my face, you probably think it's like super early in the morning, and it's not like that early, but it takes me a few hours to wake up. So anyways, good morning guys, and I know it might not be morning when you're watching this, but it's morning right now. Good morning, and today's video is going to be on this fun little palette right here from Colourpop. It is a exclusive to Ulta, and let me tell you, a couple days ago I was seeing posts that it was in stores, so I went to my Ulta, tried looking for it, and they had the display all wrapped up because they're moving it from just being an end cap to like a display and an end cap. So it was all wrapped up. They didn't really have anything. I don't even think they had anything on the end cap. I think they were just like moving everything. So I saw that like a couple days ago, and then I keep seeing posts. People were finding this in their store. They were finding this store. So I decided to go to another Ulta yesterday, and they were just setting up the displays. So they had majority of the stuff in the display part of it, and then there's like an end cap that they're adding to it that's going to be like right around the corner from the display. And they didn't have that set up yet, but they did have the general display. Most of the stuff was on there. Some of it wasn't completely finished yet, but this was there. That is why I was there. I don't know, words, morning. So this was in stock, and they also had the other palette, the X's and O's palette, which is going to be on the end cap in Ulta. I did pick that one up too, and we'll probably do a video on that. Anyways, this is exclusive to Ulta. It retails for, I think it was like $23, and it's called Truly Madly Deeply. So of course their packaging, they always kill their packaging, like it's always amazing. So super pretty. This is like more like embossed too, like you can really feel the texture on this, which is just cool, but super pretty. The box is the same, and then it has the shade names on the back, and then the inside. So it also has the name on here again, which is really pretty. And then here are the shades. So this is gorgeous. Like, look at all of those pressed glitter shades too. So super pretty. I just love the like gold, like rose gold foil in here. And yeah, this palette is gorgeous. I'm trying to do math in my head. I think there's 16 shades. Is that right? Am I? Boom! Quick maths. 16? Haha. Super pretty. And like I said earlier, it is exclusive to Ulta, so I think you might only be able to buy it at Ulta. I'm not even sure if it's going to be on the Colourpop website. I don't really know that many places that you can buy Colourpop other than Ulta and their website. At least here in the part of California that I live. I think there's other stores that you could probably buy it at, but just not here. Not that I know of. Also, it's not a coffee cup unless it's like basically the size of your head. Okay, so I don't think I'm really gonna do any swatches of this, because I definitely, oh, let me see if there's a thing on here that says how many kind of shades are in here. I was gonna say how many shimmers and how many mattes and how many pressed glitters are in here. For sure 3 pressed glitters. Let me see if there's actually stats on it somewhere. I don't even see it on any of their websites, so I'm not sure. Let's see, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5 shimmers, and then the rest of them are mattes, or mattes with like a little bit of glitter in there basically. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm super interested in these darker, more like purple toned shadows in here, so I think that's mainly what we're going to play around with today. So that's basically it for the general eye look. I might do some eyeliner and lashes or something like that off screen, but I'm gonna finish up on this eye and then we'll talk about it. So this is the finished look. Okay, so now just to talk about it really fast, the first thing I'm gonna say is I know, and if you didn't know, the pressed glitters aren't eye safe, so they don't recommend you use them around your eye. I did it anyways. I will probably regret it, especially since I always get everything in my eye, and yeah. But I was feeling spicy, so I wanted to use the glitters around my eye, but I wanted to use at least one of the pressed glitters. This is actually my first Colourpop palette with a pressed glitter. I haven't purchased one of their palettes in quite some time. I think the last one that I got was the Disney Villains one. Actually, there might have been a pressed glitter in that, or it's like close to a glitter, but I haven't bought any of the Colourpop palettes in quite some time, so I know a lot of them do have pressed glitters on there, and I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't buy them, is because they say they're not eye safe, and it's like, so you're gonna put like 9 shadows in a pan or in a palette, and then one of them you can't even use unless you're just gonna put it all over your face. But I don't have a use for a glitter if I can't use it as an eyeshadow or like in my eye look somehow. I'm not, you know, I don't know. I'm old. I don't go out. I don't do festivals or anything like that. Like, I'm not gonna have an abundance of glitter on my face. They're really pretty, and it's kind of a bummer that they can't have some sort of formula where you can have kind of a more glittery shade that you can put near your eyes. But I decided to do it anyways. I guess that's like my one thing, is like there's 3 of these in here, but they say that you shouldn't use them around your eyes. So can you just like take those out and then put them for like individual sale or sell them somewhere else where you don't have it in an eyeshadow palette if you can't even use it? And I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't bought any of their palettes recently, is because they keep doing that where like the glitter is like the most appealing part and then you can't even use it. So that's my little rant, but I decided to use it. I might regret it later. I don't know. Will I do that more often? Probably not, because right now I'm like freaking out that I'm gonna get it in my eye. So not the smartest thing for me to do, but just wanted to point out you're not supposed to use those around your eye. So I broke the rules. You broke the rules. Just my general thoughts on the palette. So it's super pretty. I love all of these shadows in here, the ones that I used. So I know I didn't use all of them, but everything that I used performed perfectly, just like your normal Colourpop palette. There's really no complaints. Everything is super pretty. I'm sure the other ones will come out and work just fine. But for the ones that I did use, I mean, I guess I did use almost about half of the palette. So I used this one, let's see, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and well, basically the whole bottom row. So I did use a decent amount of shadows, even though this look for the most part is pretty monochromatic, but gorgeous. And this one, Mr. Sandman, like I know I already showed you guys, but I love this shadow. Like, it's like a purpley blue, like gray almost, like super iridescent. I'll just show you guys on the back of my hand. I love shadows like this, so I was super excited to have this in this palette. But yeah, everything performed pretty nicely. I don't really have any complaints other than the pressed glitter rant, but I mean, you either buy it and find a way to use the glitters, or you don't buy it because you can't use the glitters. I mean, there are a decent amount of shades that you can still work with, but other than that, I mean, I really have no complaints about this palette. It's very fun. I'm gonna say the colors are very fresh to me. Like, this seems like a spring kind of palette. I mean, you definitely can do darker looks with it, more purple looks, but when I look at it, I think of like spring and just bright and fresh and beautiful. That's, I don't know, I just look at it and that's what I think. I think it has a lot to do with the packaging too. I'm sure that helps, but it is a super pretty palette. It's a good price. I mean, $23 and you get, I think I said there were 16 shades in here. We'll just go with that. I could be wrong. So it's a decent, I mean, and look at it, it's like the size of my face. Everything's the size of my face apparently. But yeah, I mean, I like the color range. It's super pretty. It was easy to work with. Do I recommend it? Yes, because I'm so happy that I actually was able to find this within like the last couple days. So yeah, it's a gorgeous palette. It's, like I said, it's your standard Colourpop palette. There's literally no complaints from me. Like, I just love their eyeshadows. So, and I don't think it really even had any fallout either, which is something to note. I did have a little bit, but I think most of that was the glitter, and then it could have come a little bit from the darker purple shade too. But other than that, I think most of what was on my face was glitter anyways. So yeah, I really like this palette. I'm excited to use it. I mean, I just keep staring at it, but like, look at it. It's super, super pretty, very fun. I love this packaging. My overall thoughts on this palette is it's so pretty. It's pretty, it's fun, it's your typical Colourpop palette. I love it. Anyways, I think that about wraps up this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.